All right, futures are bigly in the green here this morning. S&P futures up 1.05%, Dow futures up 7 tenths, and the Nasdaq futures leading the way higher at 1.58% in the green. Let's take a look at some cues from last session here. With information technology, consumer discretionary, and energy stocks posting the biggest losses, most sectors on the S&P 500 closed Friday on a negative note. However, consumer staples managed to buck the broader market trend, ending the session with higher gains. The Magnificent Seven stocks surged in the pre-market here today following President Trump's de-escalation on Sunday evening. Quote, "Don't worry about China. It will all be fine." End quote. Adding that, quote, "Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment." End quote. Asian markets tumbled in trade on Monday with major Chinese technology and auto stocks falling sharply in trade in Hong Kong. The 10-year Treasury bond yielded 4.03%. Would love to see this get back under 4%. We're close. Yielded 4.03%, and the 2-year bond yielded 3.5%. We do have some stocks in focus here today. All of the Magnificent Seven stocks are likely going to be in focus today, given the big sell-off that we saw on Friday, and the futures deeply in the green here today. NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon Alphabet, and Meta all up here. NVIDIA maintained a stronger price trend over the short, medium, and long terms with a poor value ranking as per our Benzinga Edge rankings. But again, all of those 7 stocks going to be major players here today, in particular for short-term trades, but curious to know if there's any long-term entry for you folks here. Also on this list is going to be Fastenal. That's ticker FAST. They jumped 2.57% ahead of its earnings before the opening bell. Analysts were estimating an earnings per share of 30 cents on a revenue of $2.13 billion. Now, Fastenal did trade higher initially, although it's lower here this morning, sitting at right about 44. So we'll see where Fastenal ends up going here today. Also, ticker FFAI, Faraday Future Intelligent Electric, they gained 2.96% after the company signed a deposit agreement for 1,000 units of the FX Super One with Zevo. Vince Holding, ticker VNCE, that tumbled 3.15% after announcing it will transfer from the NASDAQ to the NYSE. And then lastly here, Lucid Group, ticker LCID, shares climb 1.95% as the electric vehicle maker said it had begun customer deliveries for the Lucid Gravity Grand Touring SUV in Canada.